Okay, let's see. We've got 1 vote for C, 1 vote for D, and 1 vote for Q or D. 2 votes for C. I guess technically that's 3 votes for C. So it looks like we are going to see C first. We will probably be back very soon. Because if you notice, we only have 1 new segment unlocked for everybody. And you may have noticed that there's not a lot of room for me to comment on things. Get ready to see all these rooms at various points in time.
So this is the last room.
Yes. We've checked everywhere we could.
It's
And
just
we
as
get a map?
Zero said, huh? There's no way to get out, except by opening the X door.
50 minutes left until the vote deadline.
Don't tell me you want to vote.
How can we not? If we refuse, C-Team gets 2 votes automatically. We'll die.
But
Hey, do you think this could be part of the experiment? DCOM's whole psychological test.
Nope.
What? Why?
That masked guy called himself Zero. I have no clue why he's here, but he's for real.
So that means he's actually willing to kill off a whole team?
Yeah.
But how?
He said that there's an anesthetic in our bracelets, right? So we'll be sleeping, and then bam! Or maybe... There's a bunch of different ways.
if only there was a way to contact someone on the other teams.
Why would you need to reach them? What, you're planning on begging them not to vote C-Team or something?
Well, no, but I thought, why not spread out the votes?
What do you mean?
Remember what Zero said? The group with 2 or more votes will lose.
I get it. Maybe C-Team could vote for D-Team, D-Team for Q-Team, and Q-Team for C-Team. Then all the teams would have 1 vote each.
That'd make it a 3-way tie. And no one would have to die?
How do we make sure they know to do it?
Very good question. How would they know how to do it?
Hey! Mira! Eric! Diana!
Phi! Sigma! Can you hear us?
It's not working.
Damn it!
Hey, Akane, why don't you try using the morphogenetic field?
Huh? Morphogenetic field?
Specifically, Akane was smart in this
Let the
instance.
game end where I treat 2. What's this supposed to mean?
The game will end, and something about 2 people? I guess the tough part is figuring out treat. If it's like trick or treat, then maybe it means there's a reward or a gift or something.
But it could also mean treatment, which would imply being cared for.
Either way, it doesn't make sense.
Hey, anyone know what this thing could be?
A box?
What's inside of it?
Maybe some kind of white smoke.
Automate Bako?
You've heard of it, Carlos?
Urashima Taro, right? Japanese folklore. Something about jumping through time, I think.
This label says Force Quit Box.
What's that?
Looks like there's a keyboard.
There's probably a password that goes there.
Then something ends if you punch it in?
But what, though?
Maybe the game Zero's making us play.
Wait. You really think Zero'd put something that easy here?
It seems like it wouldn't even have to be a box for that.
Didn't think it'd work.
Just pressing random buttons isn't going to solve anything.
Shut up, Junpei.
So, what now?
What can we do?
Maybe we should just get this voting business over with.
Junpei,
No, we still have some time.
Come on, man. You're supposed to be the leader here.
How the hell did we get into this mess anyway? Do you guys have any ideas?
Drawn blanks. So we do get to ask a few questions here to kind of guide the conversation, but we're going to go through every single one of them anyway.
Who is Zero?
To be accurate, you should probably ask, who is the second Zero instead?
Then that means there has to have been a first one, right?
Yeah, there is.
You know him?
Sorta. I brought it up earlier. Bracelet a lot like this one has been strapped to my wrist before. It happened last year. Akane and I were trapped somewhere. The person responsible back then was named Zero.
Save this
Zero
time, dang
time
you.
dilemma. But I don't think that one has anything to do with this one.
It's gotta be connected.
Just please believe me.
She's right.
And Carlos is immediately suspicious.
Why is Zero doing this?
To make us play a game, right? This decision game or whatever.
With the fate of mankind on the line.
So it's true.
Do you know something, Akane?
I think if we end up losing this game, we're all going to die. 6 billion people will.
So what Sigma said back then up in DCOM was...
At this rate, 6 billion people will die.
Yes, what Sigma said is the truth. Have you ever heard of the term referee syndrome? What causes it is unknown. Neither the nerves nor the brain have abnormalities. But somehow, this disease causes you to stop reacting to a variety of stimuli. I've heard there are people from all over the world who have become affected by this.
Hey, hold up. How does this and what we were talking about before go together?
Shouldn't you know already?
Huh?
A crisis. Mankind is currently facing what is clearly an unprecedented crisis. Those affected are sensing it's coming.
Yeah,
Reference
Queen of
syndrome.
Random Trivia.
You've heard of it?
Yeah, kinda.
Oh, just wait. Akane just knows about reverie syndrome, so she might just be making an assumption.
Akane Kurashiki. Junpei Tenmyoji. You're both Japanese, right?
Yes?
And you both lived in Japan when you were kids. You even went to the same school. So you're childhood friends.
Who told you that?
Sigma. He mentioned it back in DCOM. We all lived in close quarters in that facility for 5 days. Information spreads fast. So, whose idea was it for you to join?
Huh?
The DCOM experiment. You two signed up together, right?
No, we didn't. We did this on our own.
Wait, you're telling me you guys just happened to bump into each other at DCOM?
It wasn't a coincidence. It was inevitable. Why did you subject yourself to this circus?
I didn't mention it before? Well, I kinda really need a lot of cash. They said they'd give us 500,000 if we joined up.
Huh. Color me surprised. Thought a hero of justice had no need of money.
A what?
Didn't you say you're a firefighter? A really good one? You've faced off against danger and saved a whole bunch of people. Sounds like a hero to me.
I just have good instincts. Doesn't seem to matter where I find myself. They're pretty good at telling me which path has death at the end.
That could come in useful. Especially now. Too bad he's not the one making the decisions.
Do you hear something?
Over there.
He's your puppy.
Gab.
Where did you come from?
Looks like you made it here using this vent.
Does that mean it's connected to the surface?
I don't think so. A vent to the surface would defeat the purpose of a bomb shelter.
So he came from another ward then?
It's too dark, I can't see anything. But Ward Q is down that direction, right? Think you can fit in there, Akane?
No, there's no way.
Someone likes cake too much.
Oh,
Shut it.
I know. Let's cut off Junpei's arm. He
That
should be
works.
able to fit through then.
Hey, Mira!
I vote for that plan.
Eric!
No answer, huh?
Hey, Gab. Did they steal you away from DCOM too?
But why the dog?
Maybe they felt bad about leaving him alone up there?
Baloney. You really think Zero'd do us any favors?
Hold on. I think I got an idea that may work. This case. It holds medication, doesn't it?
Uh-huh. It's empty.
Yeah, you and Sigma
Bastard
can be
Zero, take the meds.
robot arm
I
buddies in the
still
future.
think this could work. We can use it. Wait a sec.
A beer coaster and a pen.
I found them on the counter of the bar.
There's something written on it.
Oh, I did that.
Hello, Carlos here. C-Team is voting for D-Team. So D-Team should vote for Q-Team, and Q-Team for C-Team.
Oh! You're going to put it in the case and have Gab go through the vent.
Cross your fingers he can get to Q-Team.
You really think it'll be that simple?
So we shouldn't?
Well, I guess we don't have anything to lose. Why don't we give it a shot?
He's your good
What did
puppy.
you throw?
Cheese. Picked it up with the coaster. Was over there on the counter.
Why don't we just toss in some ketchup and pickles too? Maybe next time he comes back, he'll be a hot dog.
God damn it,
It
Junpei.
was a
That's
joke.
the right look for that, too. Yeah,
5
cheese
minutes
doesn't really
left.
sound like that.
Gab's not come back.
Let's just vote, Carlos. Like I said, if we forfeit,
I know!
Yeah, that was a pretty bad animation for that dog. This is true.
hey, there's one thing we can do.
What is it?
You remember what you wrote on the Gab letter?
The what?
The message we sent the furry pigeon to deliver? C-Team is voting for D-Team, so D-Team should vote for Q-Team and Q-Team for C-Team.
Yeah? So what?
So, vote for Q-Team instead.
What? Junpei, you can't be suggesting...
God damn it,
if we do
Junpei.
that, they'll end up with 2 votes and...
Yep, Q-Team will be out. Granted, this whole thing is assuming our initial plan works. The note makes it to D-Team, and Diana votes the way we want her to. Think about it for a second. 6 people have to die or we're never getting out of this bomb shelter. Those are the rules of the decision game according to Zero. Balancing the votes won't do us any good. We'll just end up falsely prolonging someone's death.
Junpei,
The deadline to vote
Come on, Carlos. Vote for Q Team.
No, you can't!
So just for now, I'm going with the plan. I'd really rather kill Junpei twice, Sigma twice, and Eric twice. Really.
Your vote has been accepted.
Ah, I was worried you weren't going to do it, Carlos.
You'll see, Akane. Just because we did what we said we would doesn't mean this will work. Hell,
What's
we
wrong
don't
with
even
your
know if
neck,
our note
Junpei?
reached the other teams or not. And even if it did, there's no guarantee they did what we asked. Two possibilities will come out of this. The 3 members of D Team will die.
Or it's our heads on the chopping block.
90 minutes have passed. Your time limit has ended. Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate. One final thing. You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the 3 of you. When you next wake, those who survived will be able to regret the decision made, as all members of a single team will perish as a result of the vote you entered. Pleasant dreams.
Yep, kind of the opposite of the alarm clock. So now, since it received more votes, let's go check in on Q Team. Because nothing new has opened up, like at all. We didn't get any votes for Q Team is what I meant to say. Sorry. So we will go look at D Team. I'm pretty sure D Team came in second. We will go with them next. Oh, and by the way, there's our flowchart. This is what it looks like in the old style. It's going to get a whole lot bigger.
When a curious hate oozes calamity.
So, a moment when hate becomes calamity, huh?
I wonder what that means.
Beats me. Maybe it's not supposed to have a meaning.
Huh?
It's an anagram. You reorganize the letters into another sentence.
Why do you think it's an anagram?
I've seen something like this before. In another place.
In another time.
Anyway, where's Sigma?
What are you looking at?
A box.
What kind of box?
Well, I'm looking into it because I don't know.
So see, his shirt is a lot better
Looks
this
like
time.
something's written on it.
Force quit box.
That's interesting.
I see a keyboard on it too.
Use this keyboard to input a password and force something to stop. Is that what this means?
What does it stop?
Well, the obvious answer would be the game Zero is making us play.
Then we should try it. shouldn't have thought it would be that easy.
We need a hint.
Maybe it says something on the underside.
Nope. Won't budge.
Is it heavy?
Heavy doesn't even begin to cover it. I doubt it's made out of anything from Earth.
Well, you are getting up there, Sigma.
What are you saying? My body's still got it.
I'll just give it a try. You weren't lying.
See? I told you.
This is the map for Ward D, right?
Looks like it.
And we get our Ward D map.
And we can go wherever we want, so long as it's within this ward?
Yes, that's what Zero said.
Yeah, his body has still got it. We're not sure what it is, but it's got it. Probably Radical 6 and we're all dead, but it's got it. I hate this entire series of rooms, by the way.
Alright. We've checked all the rooms from top to bottom, but...
You didn't find any exits?
Obviously. We are in a bomb shelter, after all. If there were several exits, it'd defeat the purpose it was built for.
And no,
Zero
it does
told
not
the
have
truth.
bionic arms.
Then opening the X door is the only way out. Mira! Eric! Can you hear me?
Carlos! Akane! Tenmyoji!
There's no point. We wouldn't hear a drunk toga party at full volume on the other side.
I think we need 6 passwords to get this door to open, right?
Yeah, that X-Pass thing.
For every one person who dies, one password will be revealed.
Is that true, though?
Sigma, why don't you try dying once?
I politely but firmly refrain.
Oh, come
What
on.
about you, Diana?
Hey, no.
Figured.
Well, he knows him better as
Can
Tenmyoji.
I ask you guys something?
What's up?
And just like with Carlos, Diana gets to ask 3 of her own questions. You named your Magikarp Junpei? Did you let it get the Voltorb?
Who do you think
That'd be
Zero
better.
is?
Never mind.
Do you guys know who Zero is?
No, I haven't the foggiest. But they called themselves Zero. At the very least, they know about what happened a year ago.
What are you...
There's one more thing for sure. Think about it. Why was Zero's speech to us pre-recorded? There's got to be a very big reason why things can't be in real time. There are 2 possibilities. They've already bit the bullet. Or...
Zero is among us.
Phi was about this deadpan in the last game, too. That's the thing. Very, very dry sense of humor.
Do you think someone will come help us?
Like who?
Maybe the DCOM experiment staff?
Sorry, but that's pretty unlikely. Remember? The staff stationed in DCOM can't communicate with us right now. The simulation is attempting to stay true to an actual Mars mission.
It's at least 6 months between Earth and Mars. In that time period, Earth will have rotated halfway around the Sun. Which means...
By the time the spaceship reaches Mars,
The Earth is behind
This
us.
is the prequel to Doom.
Star
There
in
you
the
go.
way. We can't send a signal.
That's the lead up. We've been doing experiments for the past 5 days.
Transmissions will reestablish on December 31st at 23:30, which leaves us with more than 10 hours.
There's no point in hoping for a rescue to come before then.
Pretty sure the decom staff won't notice any problems until that time.
You guys are like siblings. You're totally in sync.
Yeah. Sigma is... No, actually, Carlos is totally BJ Blazkowicz. Totally.
This may be somewhat rude of me to say, but the way you talk, Sigma, is, a little unusual.
Forgive him. The age of his mind and his body are completely different.
Oh, he mentioned that back at DCOM. That his consciousness had come back from the year 2074.
Yep, this is the 67-year-old Sigma's mind
That's why I
in
know what will happen in the future.
22 or
Must have spent the
23-year-old
past 5
Sigma's
days
body.
warning all of you. If nothing changes, mankind will be destroyed. Akane, Phi, and I infiltrated DCOM to stop all that from happening.
Phi? Is this true?
Well, would you believe me if I said that it was?
Then why are all of us trapped in this strange place? If you know the future, then you could have prevented this.
We had no idea what events went down inside the DCOM facility. Nor did we know anything about what's going to happen in this shelter.
Why did this have to happen to me? I should have never listened to Rebecca.
Rebecca?
She's the head nurse at the hospital where I worked.
Oh, right. You did say you were a nurse.
I joined the DCOM experiment because Rebecca suggested it to me. She told me that they were searching for a nurse willing to participate. Well, to be honest, there is another reason why I decided to join.
That we will not get to hear about right now because it's time for an interruption. Hi, Gab.
Gab!
Why
You
is Gab
puppy.
here?
I think he came through the vent.
See anything?
No, it's too dark.
You're up, Phi.
You want me to go in there? It's clearly impossible.
You sure?
I won't repeat myself. My boobs are D's.
Your pants are on fire.
It's true.
It seems to me they've gotten a full size larger than the last time you told me.
It's been 45 years. Growing is natural.
You were just sleeping.
Could I interrupt?
That
What
was
is
a conversation we totally needed.
Is that a coaster?
Something's written on it. Hello, Carlos here. C-Team is voting for D-Team. So D-Team should vote for Q-Team and Q-Team for C-Team. And someone else wrote...
Q-Team, got it.
I get it. By spreading out the votes, they're suggesting we make it a tie.
Looks like Q-Team agreed.
No
Seems
person
so.
I know sounds like that.
I guess Gab passed through Ward C to Ward Q and ended up here. It'll work! Now none of the teams will have to die!
I wonder about that.
What?
The deadline to vote is in 3 minutes.
Damn, we don't have much time. We need to head over to the voting device.
What exactly did you mean earlier, Phi?
I'm saying it could be a lie.
Do you mean that Q-Team is planning to betray us?
No, I doubt it. If that's what they intended, they didn't have to send Gab. They'd only have to decide to vote for D-Team.
Then you mean...
There's a chance that C-Team will betray us. Maybe they're saying they'll vote for D-Team, but actually vote for Q-Team.
Why would they do that? It
to make us choose Q-Team. If you think it's a good idea to spread out the votes, then your choice is easy, right? I'm just saying.
But Phi
It's a
always
possibility.
suggests betrayal.
The deadline to vote is
Always.
in 1 minute.
What should I do?
The fact that Gab showed up means that we can assume Q-Team's voting for C-Team. So we have no choice but to choose Q-Team. Otherwise,
Our single vote could cause the death of all of C-Team.
And there we go. D team does indeed need to vote for Q team.
Your vote has been accepted.
well, that was a good choice.
Do you think it'll be okay?
So long as Gab's note was the truth.
All we could do was trust them.
I suppose.
90 minutes have passed. Your time limit has ended.
Yep, same speech from
Well,
Zero.
as the next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate. One final thing. You've gone through with the oath exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the 3 of you. When you next wake, those who survived will be able to regret the decision they made, as all members of a single team will perish as a result of the vote you entered. Pleasant dreams.
They need a few good evil laughs thrown in. And now we will check on the completely new team. Because really, we don't have a choice. Nothing opens up until we get through all 3 of these. Yes, Zero is Jigsaw. And once again, we get a flash through of all the puzzle rooms we will eventually go through.
This is weird. There should be another room around here somewhere.
Let me see it! Hey!
Shut up!
He's got the right to see it too.
Mira,
No, there's not a way to skip all the puzzles. Sorry.
It's pretty pointless to hang out here kicking our heels. Let's go back to the lounge.
what is this?
Let's inhibit the virus. Maybe someone's gonna remove or control some kind of virus.
Virus? What virus?
About the vote? What will we do?
Don't ask me.
But if we don't do it, doesn't that mean we'll die?
Yeah. Even if C-Team voted for D-Team, and D-Team did the reverse, if we refuse, then we get 2 votes against us automatically.
And Q-Team would be killed.
I suppose that's true if this game is for real.
So you're saying it's a joke?
Don't you think that would make a whole lot more sense? The DCOM staff will probably pop through that door over there yelling surprise.
Oh, I get it! You're right. Then him being here makes sense now. I bet that means you're part of the whole surprise.
No,
Come on. Take off that helmet.
I can't.
Huh?
I said I can't take it off.
Damn, brat. Stop bullshitting me.
Stop! Stop! You'll break my neck!
Damn. It's really on there.
Yeah,
Wait.
Eric is...
I see something on the side of this thing.
I hate Eric.
What the hell?
Isn't it a password input?
Does that mean the helmet comes off with the right numbers?
Or maybe his head'll explode.
Hey!
Really? Who are you?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Ah,
That
there's our
and I was here.
amnesiac.
Are you saying you have amnesia?
Maybe. Could I ask you something?
What?
And once again,
I was wondering, who is Zero?
Oh, come on! Stop playing. You know everything, don't you?
I told you, I don't...
So you're gonna stick with the idea that this isn't some big surprise?
I don't know. I don't remember anything.
If this isn't a joke, then things are really serious.
Then you're saying one of the teams is actually going to be executed? But why would someone do that?
Zero said, it's a game.
So then he's a psychopath. This Zero guy's probably off somewhere enjoying seeing us freak out.
He could be that serial killer in the news.
That's that Heart Ripper, yeah?
Yeah.
Rumor is they killed 18 people, all in the past few years.
March 15th, 2026. The body of a young female was found in a park in Roseville. The victim's name was Virginia Bailey, age 28. The chest was ripped open and the heart entirely removed.
that's
It
a little
happened
creepy.
again on May 22nd, 2026. The body of a male was found in a trash can near a residence in Sacramento. The victim's name was Jeffrey Foray, age 37. His body was just like Virginia's, with the heart completely gouged out. 2 months later, on July 29th,
Hey, wait a minute. Don't you have amnesia or something?
Why do you know all this?
I don't know. I don't know why, but I knew.
Oh god, he
You
just
gotta be
knows
kidding me.
things.
I was wondering, where are we?
Weren't you listening to Zero earlier? We're 50 meters underground in a bomb shelter.
I know that, but where exactly?
I doubt we're very far from DCOM.
DCOM.
Dwelling for the cohabitation of Mars.
So, it's an experiment to see if we could survive on Mars?
Uh-huh. We all lived together in that compound for 5 days.
C-Team and D-Team were there too.
Oh, and there was a dog. It was incredibly old. I think his name was Gab.
But not you. You weren't there.
Yes, Doom
It's
started
very
on Mars.
suspicious.
Oh, what were they testing for?
That's it, this is a prequel.
Psychological data, mostly. It was a closed environment for a group of people for an extended period of time. So how would that mess with the subjects mentally? That was what they were trying to investigate.
Oh, what made you sign up?
Tough question.
Well, technically, all
It
these
seemed
people
like
have
it'd
the
be
gift
kinda
of
fun,
gab.
I guess.
Eric?
I joined because Mira wanted to.
That's it.
Well, maybe not entirely.
Mira? Eric? What's going on between you two?
Going on, well,
Are you in love?
idiot! No, we're not!
We're not?
Well, we're not, but... Wait, what?
I vote to kill Eric
You know, I've been
now.
trying to figure something out for a while. What is this thing?
Maybe it's a gift from Zero.
So, what, you think there's assorted teas inside?
Gifts don't have to be a good thing, do they? Hey, what the hell? Stop! What if it's some kind of bomb?
A bomb? I don't think it is.
That's kind of curious.
Oh, something's on the back. I think this is upside down. So this would be the front.
Force quit box?
Guess it stopped something.
Look, there's also a keyboard.
Looks like you're supposed to input a code of some kind.
And if we get it right?
Then something will be forced to end?
But what?
Maybe... your life.
What was that sound?
Potentially a good point
It came
there,
from
really.
that way.
Let's go!
Gab? How did you...
We get to
You
cue
came through
Puppy
the vent.
again.
It's too dark. I can't see anything.
Why don't you go in?
I can't.
Just do it, will ya?
See?
You didn't have this stupid thing on your head.
Hey, check this out.
There's something inside the case.
Is that a coaster? Oh, there's something on it. Hello, Carlos here. C team is voting for D team. So D team should vote for Q team and Q team for C team.
What does this mean?
Don't you get it? They're saying to spread the votes.
Huh? Spread?
I get it. If each team ends up with 1 vote each,
The whole thing is a tie and no team will be executed.
Oh, that's a great idea. Okay, now we have a plan. Let's do it.
But wait.
Why should we wait?
Well, what if this message hasn't been delivered to D team yet?
You're right. The position of this vent does imply it only connects towards C. I doubt Gab's made his way toward D yet.
We need to figure out how to notify D team then.
Hold on a sec. I'll get a pen and cheese. There was some at the bar, right?
A pen?
Probably shouldn't feed
And
dogs
cheese?
cheese. I'm just saying.
That should do it.
What exactly are you doing? Oh, I get it. If Ward C and Ward Q have connected vents,
Then Q and D are probably connected as well.
Yep. We just need to take the cheese and...
it's all on you, Gab.
It looks like
Think
one of those
it'll
little
work?
toy robot
I'm
dogs
sure
that
it
sits there
will.
and makes a few strides and then barks a few times and makes more strides. If you know what I'm
5
talking
minutes
about.
until the deadline.
I wonder if Gab made it to Ward D or not.
Even if he did, who knows if Diana will vote the way it says in the note.
What? You think she'll betray us?
It's not outside the realm of possibility. I don't even want to consider the alternative.
Which is?
That the whole letter from C Team is a trap.
Trap.
They could have written it, but maybe Carlos is planning to vote for Q Team instead.
Hey, wait a minute now. That's not good. At all.
You said it. If I'm right, then we need Diana to do the opposite of what it says.
What? But...
The deadline to vote is in 3 minutes.
The vote has to be decided by the leader, but...
What should we do?
We don't have time for a committee.
Then we'll just have to use force.
Hey, wait!
God damn it, Eric. And now Q Team needs to go ahead and do what the note says. And thus we now have nobody dying.
Your vote has been accepted.
Following the note, huh?
I guess it's fine. It's not like it was a bad choice. Now we wait and see what exactly Carlos and Diana do.
If this plan doesn't work, then there are two outcomes that could happen. Either the 3 and C team die.
Or we're the ones executed.
No, there's one more possibility.
Yeah?
It's a joke. Someone is definitely tricking us.
So it is you!
90 minutes have passed. Your time limit has ended. Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate. One final thing. You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the 3 of you. When you next wake, those who survived will be able to regret the decision they made, as all members of a single team will perish as a result of the vote you entered. Pleasant dreams.
Okay, so now that we have seen that, many new options open up to us. And it doesn't matter what order we play any of these in, not really. But most of these lead to puzzle rooms, and we're going to have to get through them. But now, just to see the flowchart, this is what we know about presently. And right now, it shows you that nobody is dead. We can go back later and change the votes if we really feel like it. But for now, once again, it is time for a vote. Do we want to go back to C Team and check up on that group? Do we want to remain with Q Team and check up and see what they've got? Or do we want to go back to D Team and see what they've got going on? Who do we want to go with? Because largely it doesn't really matter who.